Hey guys, David here, Express Auto, back with you guys again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that fun, wonderful stuff. Today we are tearing down a 271D transfer case. If you guys remember, we just tore down a 48 RE going in a '04 Dodge Ram 3500. This is the transfer case that came out of that truck, and we suspect that, just like the transmission, it is probably toast. So we're gonna take it apart and see what we can find. Judging by the drain plug, somebody forgot to drain this thing. But that's okay. I like to start on the front. Some guys like to start on the back. You just do whatever you gotta do. But we'll take this big old nut off. Sometimes that thing will slide off. Most of the time it won't. It's okay. We got this thingy here. Usually works pretty good. Wiggled out of there. It's a pickup tube wiggled out of the pump. Oh. Ew, that can't be good. Look at all the gray on that. That's all metal. Gross. Can't even see the heads of the pump bolts. There's supposed to be a pump bolt right there.
Huh.
That's not good.
Looks like it's kind of cooked.
Yeah.
It smells cooked too.
It really does.
But the fluid
fluid
didn't look that bad.
It really didn't. It looked like used motor oil. Or maybe some good honey. We can get that snap ring to push down. Come on, snappy ring. definitely gonna have to have some new snap rings. That ain't right. As we've talked about before, we'll probably speed this part up. Just like on a Dodge valve body, they put a crap ton of bolts in the case. You guys notice this thing, it's just got bolts all the way around. This thing apart and that chain inside of there, she's just going to be a flopping. But we'll get her apart and see what we get.
Well, she's burning there too.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, buddy. She definitely burnt. Pocket bearing starting to come apart. That's not the worst we've ever seen a chain, but your chain shouldn't have bat wings. That's never right.
He was enjoying that too much.
I like when my chain's a little floppy.
A lot of metal on that.
Oh yeah,
magnet. Dude. Looks like the ones out of the parts washer.
You could just about take that chain off without even taking the sprockets off of there. I bet we could. Nope, not enough. It's almost completely wiped. Definitely getting the chain.
So you're gonna put bearings and chain in it?
Yeah, and sprockets. See the chewing on the teeth there.
Chafing looks like.
Yep, definitely needs new sprockets.
Now on the Dodge, does it spin all the time? The transfer case, is it always spinning?
No. Nope. Not on this particular one. Surprisingly, not a lot of flopping in it, so that's a good sign. We'll see if it ate the shaft or not. These things are really bad about this collar eating that shaft.
Well, I see metal was on there.
Really doesn't look too bad inside of the collar. Yep, look at all the metal in it.
Mm-hmm.
Big old chunkies. Shouldn't be able to wipe off your metal. There's one fork. Man, just the amount of metal in this thing is just wild.
Hey, look, there's a clean part.
That is unreal how much metal's in this one. It's slimy, like, look at that, just slime of metal coming off of that thing. It's insane. Surprisingly, it didn't wipe out the front fork. Oh, nope, she's been kissing. Right there. Definitely been, see the chew marks on it?
Mm-hmm.
Missing metal. Yep, you can see where it's been hitting the planetary.
There you can see the metal running now.
We should collect all that, sell it on eBay.
Metal sludge.
Genuine, slightly used.
Everybody needs to start changing out the transfer case flip with this metal sludge. Makes them last longer.
That's it. Front bearing really doesn't feel too bad on the driven shaft. Now the fun part, that front seal actually has to come out. There's a snap ring behind that little guy.
It's got a lip on it. Take a punch to it.
So that's what I like. I like to just use my chisel, and it'll take a few minutes here to walk it around. Just like that. Now that snap ring right there is always a joy to get out. So you're way down inside of there. Not way down inside of there, but it's down inside of there far enough where it can be fun. I like to leave them standing up like this. That way if the snap ring opens up far enough, the shaft will just go clunk. Not enough room for the angled ones. I was hoping we'd get lucky and I could use those. About time for some new snap ring pliers. Those ones are just about wore out. Ain't got no teeth left on them. So close. Ta-da!
That rust?
That is rust. That bearing's definitely toast. Go ahead and pull this planetary apart real quick, see what kind of shape she's in. The amount of metal on this thing is just unreal. I don't know if you guys can truly appreciate this, but you can scrape the metal off in chunks.
Or a paste, metal paste,
yeah,
anti-seize.
That's where they get anti-seize. Dude, I'm gonna look like the Tin Man all day. I can feel it now.
The amount of metal in this thing is just unreal, though. Just chunks of it coming out.
It does. You just start modeling that stuff.
Check our planetary here and see what kind of play we've got. I'd say it's time for a planetary. That planetary's seen better days. So we're gonna need a planetary, we're gonna need a chain, we're gonna need a fork, we're gonna need a bushing kit, we're gonna need a set of sprockets, a bearing kit.
So could you justify a reman over a rebuild?
You know, that's something that I get asked all the time. You know, where do you draw the line of, should we put a new one in it, a reman one in it, or should we just rebuild this one? And something that I've told guys for a long time now, if we're gonna rebuild this thing and we're gonna rebuild it right, and we're gonna put everything new in it, it's going to have the same potential life expectancy as a brand new one. A reman, we don't know what we're buying. A lot of the reman companies build really good products, and I'm not saying that they don't. They do a good job and they have their place. In this instance, being that it's a truck that we know is gonna be on the farm, it's gonna be a local truck, I would rather personally build it, know what we have inside of it, and know that what we have done is a good quality job and it's going to live. So for this case, I would say we're gonna put a rebuild kit in it, go completely through it, do everything right, and it'll live a nice long life. If this guy was traveling and we need to get him on the road today, I could get a reman today, we could get him going down the road. For the cost of it, a cost scenario, the reman is gonna be more expensive than building it. So I would rather build it and do it right. So, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. We greatly appreciate your time. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us, whatever you want to do there. If you guys have any other video ideas you want to see, let me know and we'll see if we can take one apart. One other thing I wanted to mention to you guys, we've got a 2-valve Mustang motor that's come in that has a problem of no spin. You can grab a hold of the end of the crankshaft and it doesn't spin at all. So we're gonna try to tear that thing apart and see if we can figure out what happened and why. And we'll try to get that guys out to you as soon as we can.